Hello everyone, if you are new to this channel, my name is Vikram Akash and I am currently a second year medical student. So in this video we'll be seeing my first experiences in medical college. So without further ado, let's begin. So my first experience comes from dissection hall. So if you don't know what is a dissection hall and a cadaver, so cadaver is nothing but a dead human body, and dissection hall is a place where we dissect the cadaver to study the structures inside it. Cadaver is nothing but a dead human body, that is not claimed by their relatives or people who voluntarily gives themselves like organ donation for studying and research purposes. So we need to respect the cadavers that is given to us. So we can't be playing with the cadavers, and we need to give the cadavers a proper respect. And there's an oath that is taken before the dissection starts on the first day of your college. So when you enter the dissection hall, it will be a strong chemical kind of smell. It's nothing but the smell that comes from the formalin that is used to preserve the dead cadaver. So this smell is so irritant that So we usually have 4 days of dissections, so from Monday to Thursday, and there's no dissection on Friday. Our college didn't work on Saturday in first year, so we didn't have dissections on Saturday and Friday. So on this, usually on Friday they soak the cadavers in formalin, and when you come on Monday to the dissection hall, it's going to stink so much that you can't even imagine of. So on the first day of dissection, we were divided into groups ranging from 15 to 20 members. So since our table was the last one, we had just 15 members in our table. So it was the smallest table in the group, and we got the last cadaver. So there are totally 8 cadavers were there. So our first dissection was basically the dissection on the chest area to retract the pectoralis major muscles and the minor muscles. So if you don't know what is a pectoralis major muscle, it's the outer muscle that covers in the chest area. That's the major muscle over here. So we had to take the scalpel on the first day itself, and we had to retract the area over here. So when you use the scalpel, you will feel it how sharp it is, and when you take it and scratch it over here on the cadaver, it will make a strong incision that it will be so strong. The scalpel is so sharp, so you need to be careful with that. So while dissecting, you could use a gloves, but we didn't use a gloves. If you're allergic to formalin, you can use a gloves. Some people get yellowish kind of things in hands if you don't use a gloves. So for them, gloves is advised. Rest, don't use a gloves. If you use a gloves, you're not going to feel the delicate structures such as nerves and arteries. So it's not advisable to use gloves in dissection halls. So unless and until you're allergic to formalin. So the people are usually faint in dissection halls with first time seeing the cadavers, but to surprise, no one fainted in our college on the first day, but after a week they started to faint. So it was not due to the smell or the sight of the cadaver, but it was due to standing for long hours, which we weren't experienced in our school days. So our dissection was around from 2 hours, from 11 to 1, 2.5 hours, close to 2.5 hours, from 11 to 1. So to avoid fainting like that, please have your breakfast in your first year. So it is going to be one of the most important thing in your first year. So have breakfast, or you go to faint, or you will faint in your dissection classes. So make sure to have your breakfast. So your dissection group is going to be the group that comes to the entire 5 years of your medical life in your medical college. So we were divided based on our roll numbers. So last 20 roll numbers will be like together in every experiments and every subjects we take on. So and your dissection days will be the most memorable days that you're going to see in your medical college life. So you will have fun dissecting the cadavers, and you'll learn a lot while dissection of cadavers. So please do attend the dissection classes regularly, so you don't miss anything and you don't miss the fun in it. So coming to the next experience in medical college, this is the hematology experiment. This is worse than cadaver. You have to prick yourselves in hematology experiments. So you'll feel a different thing when you enter and see that there will be lancelets placed there. So you need to prick yourselves. So the first day, no one will be able to prick ourselves. How will someone be able to prick ourselves? So our teachers will be guiding us through. So the first scapegoat will be someone who randomly pops out to prick themselves in a needle. So teachers will have a deep prick inside, so the blood will be oozing out. So if you are pricking yourselves, you'll be cautious. If someone else pricks you, so you will not be. So in hematology labs, you will be doing experiments based on WBCs, RBCs, and the differential count, and many experiments based on hematology series. Hematology is nothing but blood series. So in this, most of the students won't be able to prick themselves, and their friends will be pricking them. So this is where the fun is. So when a friend pricks it, he's going to prick it so deep that the other one bleeds a lot and he's going to cry a lot. So and people also faint here, since you must be so accurate of it that when you miss the drop of blood that comes out of it, you need to prick yourselves again and start back the experiment again. So when you don't achieve the required amount of blood, or when a bubble comes through inside the tube that you suck it for experiments, so you need to start the experiment back again, and you'll be pricking yourselves for multiple times. So when you prick yourselves for multiple times, you are naturally going to be afraid of it and you'll start to faint. So many students faint in hematology labs, and this happens most commonly in our medical colleges. So if you're a student, you might know this experience you had in the hematology experimental labs. Now, if you think these two are more interesting, there comes the biochemistry part. So in the biochemistry part, so this is the third experience we get in our medical colleges, and it's a different type of experience. So in this thing, we have to catch our own urine to do the experiments. So in first day, it doesn't come in the first day, but it comes in the middle of your academic sessions. So when you catch your own urine, everyone is going to go to the toilet, but no one will actually be able to catch the urine, and they'll be like, your friends will be surrounding you, and it'll be a disgusting kind of feeling to catch their own urine and come to the class and do the experiment. So when you first experience it, you'll feel kind of disgusting, but after a while it'll come into a natural, and it'll be a practice in your biochemistry part. So that'll be a different experience over there. So in biochemistry part, both girls and guys have to do that. So in those experiments, we'll be testing for glucose and albumin and ketones, and more tests based on that. So it'll be a different experience, and you might feel it. You might feel the thing. So coming to the fourth experience, we experienced a live surgery, but it was not a surgery, but it was actually a procedure. So you will be divided into groups, and you will have rotational basis of going to different departments in the college. So we went to the cardiology department on one day. So we experienced a live coronary angiogram. For all those who don't know what is a coronary angiogram, it is nothing but a small procedure that is done to check the clots in the heart, which cannot be detected in echo or ECG part. So it was the first time we had to wear the surgical cap and surgical dress and the gloves and the mask, and it was a different experience to witness a live procedure of that sort. So the patient was a 60-year-old female, and she had a block, and she had come for opinion. So she was advised to do coronary angiogram. So this procedure was being done, and for a surprise, we had to visit the cardio department, and we were lucky to witness the coronary angiogram process. So it was a different feeling, and when you first experience a small procedure or surgical part, it is going to be different, and you will feel more motivated, and you'll feel better when you see a procedure that is going on live. So when the procedure was being done, the patient is usually awake in coronary angiogram, and she was just given anesthetic, but she was awake. She was potentially hearing everything and seeing everything that was going around her. We couldn't see that, but we could see her from the movements of the body and everything. So that was our experience in first rotational basis of departmental postings, and in our first surgery that we experienced. We didn't get to go to the obstetrics department to experience a live childbirth or anything of that sort. So this was our first experience in this case of surgery, in a case of a surgery department. So college had something known as simulation lab. So in simulation lab, it is nothing but a lab in which you can try out everything in live, but not on human beings, but it is on dummies or a 3D stimulated kind of programs. So it was the first time that we were trying out IV and IM in dummy, and it was the experience that I made a mistake on taking out IV blood from the dummy. So usually the dummies have a line of blood, artificial blood that goes through inside it, and it was just a hand that was placed. So when I inserted the needle, I didn't actually place it inside where the line was going of artificial blood there was. I did it in somewhere else, and the needle got stuck inside the dummy, and when I pulled it off, the syringe alone came off and the needle got stuck inside the dummy. So it was a horrifying experience in first when I had to draw blood from the dummy. So but after that it got corrected, and when you first time you are going to try it out, it will be a different experience for you, and you will somewhere go wrong, or you'll have fun like me, and it's going to be a lesson that is going to be learned from that dummy. So that was our experience in simulation lab, and it was a different experience. I don't know if most of the colleges have a simulation lab, but we are privileged to have a simulation lab of that sort, and it has mostly everything that actually is stimulated in the lab. So for me, this experience was a different one, as staying in a hostel for the first time. So most of you might have stayed in a hostel in your lifetime at least once in your childhood, if you have been studying in a hostel that is away from your parents. But I was the day boarder here in my home, so I didn't have the privilege to learn and reside in a hostel. So it was the first time I was expecting something like that, and it was a different thing for me, and it was difficult for me to stay away for the first time from my parents. But later I got accommodated, and when you see a lot of friends from different areas coming together, and you make a lot of friends, so it will be an easier one on that. So that will be a different feeling if you're a first time hostel in your college. And hostel is going to be the best part in your college, and it will be the funnest area. So where you can meet a lot of friends and make fun, and that will be the memories that is going to last forever in your medical college life. So that will be an interesting area, and staying for the first time in medical college hostel. So that was an interesting part for me. So these were my experiences in first time in medical colleges. Please do comment your experiences down in the comment box below if you had a weird experience or a different kind of experience as me in the IV fluid drawing from the dummy. So that comes to the end of the video. Please do like the video and share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.